I actually don't know, I think fully what your strategy is. You've talked a lot about it. Some of it goes over my head, the rolling equity and all this stuff. Where's your portfolio at? What are you trying to do in that space?
I think most days I don't know what my investing strategy is, which isn't a problem because it just means that I'm going out and I'm just doing it, right? Trying to figure it out. Started with single family residence, my own personal property to live in. Was supposed to be a house hack. At the time, my fiance, now wife, mother of my child, love her dearly, did not want a house hack because she didn't want to live with my friends. We were already moving out of an apartment. I was like, come on, boys, come move into my new house. Mm-hmm. And she's like, no, not going to live with them in a 1,000 square foot house in Avon. So we bought that, kind of accidentally turned into a value add because we wrote, 10, 11 offers on properties in 2021. If you were a first-time home buyer in 2021, good luck, buddy. It was hard to buy a house. I had to go off market from a family member who was willing to let us come in. Kind of paid them a premium so they wouldn't go on market. Definitely paid them a premium so they wouldn't go on market. 200. I think the one down the street like a month before sold for 185. I knew nothing. I had no agent.
You were just like, let's get in.
I literally just went to Chase Bank. It was like, how much house can I get and how fast can I get one? And they were like, at that time, 3.05% interest. And they were like, good job, kid. Your grandma put you as an authorized user on one of her credit cards. You have a little bit of credit. Nice. Go buy a $200,000 house.
Wow.
And then we stumbled upon this deal. Went to good old Meridian Title Company. That's how you knew I knew nothing. Sorry, MTC. And Chase Lending, Shots MTC fired. was the team helping me.
No
out.
Agent, no
experience, just me and family friend on the other side. My parents had experience like buying some rentals, but not a vast amount of experience. But I guess my dad was helping me steward the deal from that angle. Got in. Immediately just tore stuff down in the house, went straight to demo mode, LVP flowing throughout, recessed sliding, did all the electrical myself, made it look like a 2021 house. It was like a 1960s house. Luckily, she had already done the kitchen, which was the expensive part. So everything else was like 25 grand. It wasn't that bad to be able to renovate. Held it until we outgrew the house, planning for pregnancy and also 3 large dogs. 3 large dogs, 2 large dogs. Sorry, Chance. Chance is a little tiny dude. But we decided to move to Danville, and we were able to unlock a crap ton of equity from that. And there was this moment where I'm like, do I sell this thing? I called you. I'm like, do I sell it? Because look, I've got like an $890 payment on this thing monthly. It's Avon. It's a 3-bed, 2-bath, Pinteresty style home. People are going to actually rent this thing out for like maybe $2,500, which would be great cash flow. There are days I regret not keeping that house. But I was talking to one of my dad's good friends, and he goes, you will hate yourself for not selling it right now. And I said, why? He goes, because every time a tenant calls and messes something up, you put so much hard work into it. It doesn't even matter about the money. You guys slaved on that house. Yep. You're going to be like, come on, why did you mess that up? Why'd you break this? And also the roof was about to go out in the AC unit. It was super old and the guy didn't want an inspection that was going to buy it. So whatever, we sold it, got $120K out of it. And I stepped back. I'm like, okay, now it's time to actually buy real estate. Yeah. And actually buy real estate meant, I didn't know what it meant. I was like, maybe we go the route that you're going, right? Add some value. Maybe we go turnkey. I already had a couple of duplexes with a partnership. And I hated those, still do, still own them. Section 8 rentals that are like, I mean, the stories go on. Those things are just great stories is what they are. Terrible investments. They're
absolutely.
They are the equivalent of got really excited about real estate and ran through a brick wall to get them and just went and talked to a ton of people about, I want to buy real estate, help me buy it. Yeah. And those 2 duplexes that I already owned before building my own actual portfolio is what I kind of preface it with. That's the partnership side of things. Yep. Those were all purchased at like $150K. And there's 2 of them, 2 duplexes, $150,000 each. And those were like my 4 units. Yep. They sucked. So I want to do the exact opposite. Yeah. I went and found single families that I knew that I didn't have to go to some sort of subsidized housing, although I think that's important and I believe in subsidized housing. That's why I still own those 4 units. Right. I wanted something that I could put it on Zillow and I would have people lining up the street to see it. Yeah. So I went and found the house that was nicer than every other house on the block. What people tell you not to do, right? don't buy the nicest house on the block because you're going to get a brick thrown through the window. Check, got the brick thrown through the window. And that's what I bought. And I've been able to rent. I was actually just promoting a property. If it's still on the market when this airs, I'm in trouble. But 1218 North Grant Ave, somebody needs to buy that as a rental. It's right down the street from one of my properties. It 3-bed, 2-bath. Could rent for $1,700.
I might have a buyer for that, but
because I own a house that's a 2-1 that I have 1550 on. And I was looking at the rentometer today when I pulled 2-1 in that area. The average median rent was $1,325, but I got $1,550 day one after 20 showings on market on Zillow. Those of you who own rentals know how hard it is to get that many showings in one day. I felt bad for the leasing agent that just literally chilled at the house all day. Booking up. So my strategy is put 20-25% down. I am trying to get as much rent as humanly possible for the unit. I want sticky tenants, the young people that are going to stay there. So far, lease renewals on everything coming up this year. I'm not going to put you having anything on the market. It's no stress. I don't have any capital expenditures because they're turnkey properties, partnering with one of my other clients who does a ton of flips. Although, Hector, I have a bone to pick with you. He covered up a furnace and I had to buy a new furnace, but that's okay. Inspector missed it. I missed it. It is what it is. I'm just kidding. I knew the furnace was old when I bought it. It was the one faux of the house. I thought I had like 2 years on the thing. Blew up December.
It always is quicker.
Always is
anything.
So I don't know if I answered anything or just told you about houses without addresses.
Well, actually, we have done the same thing.
Yeah.
Which is get in where you can, where the spreadsheet looks good. We
literally jump on opportunity.
Jump on the first one that makes sense to you, and you're going to pivot and learn a lot.
What you don't like, that's what it is. You buy 123 Main Street, you hate 123 Main Street, so you go buy 224 Main Street. That's the name of this game until you find something that you fall in love with, that you can articulate the value, the win, and take it to your people. What I found is I love single families that have the long-term appreciation, that have sticky tenants that are the king of the hill. I'll go identify one of those properties, even identify one of the tenants, and just rip off and copy Addison Newall, who we Refinery 46. Shout out Refinery 46 and every co-working space that he's about to take over. But that guy, he just buys these single families similar to me. He identifies a tenant, goes, sends it out to his network, and he's like, "Hey, do you want an investment opportunity for the next 2 to 3 years? I'll give you 8% on your money. Give me the down payment." Boom, gets the down payment, wires it to title, and he's able to pay back his investors via cash flow. That's what I'm doing.